before, but our hearts are connected. Blood circulate, even water can't wreck it. We're fun, sexy, intelligent, a little crazy. We all seem to make it look easy. Come join us and have a good time. The family bloodline. The family bloodline. The family bloodline. The family bloodline.
Hey, Wawa.
What's going on?
You got it. We couple things running behind today, but we gonna still make it do what it do because that's what we
9
are.
o'clock on the dot. Look at that.
Hey,
9:01.
that's military minded. That's what I do. That's where we go. You know me.
Like we are
You know
on
me.
it.
I'll be on it. I'll be having to get it
Oh my goodness.
directly. So we'll have dirt on in a little bit.
Right on.
But until then, we can
It's us. Y'all get us.
y'all get us.
Y'all get us.
You all will get us. And you're gonna have to be okay with that for a little bit.
It's gonna be all right.
Right. Life goes on. This is how it happens. This is just how it happens. So while we are welcoming or waiting, Wanda, tell us about your week so far.
My week was pretty good. I can't even think of nothing crazy happened this week.
What?
I know, right? This week has been like definitely real chill. Like I honestly cannot think of anything.
I know, right?
Really?
Yeah, super chill. I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah, you gotta take it when you can get it. That's for sure.
Take it.
That's for sure. My week has been a bit crazy, honestly.
Okay. What happened?
Well, got my babies this week. We've been hanging out, and we've done a few things this week. We did some mini golf.
Okay.
We went up to Monterey and did a little shopping.
Okay.
I had closure on some things that's been going on for 3 years, finally.
Okay.
Stuff that I needed to have closure on.
Okay. So that's good. Always good. Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened. Trying to think of something else.
Dirt looking crispy.
My bad. That's my apologies. Apologies, guys.
You're
good. I did it. It happened like that. That's called life.
Indeed.
That's called life. So it is what it is. So I had that pop off. I've been off for the last almost 2 weeks at this point. I was in Florida last week.
How was that?
Oh, I got almost 70 plus days of vacation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So taking them periodically and just trying to start getting re-engaged with family, and like I'm excited about this coming summer because my kids and we're gonna be on the move.
Okay.
We're gonna be on the move. We hitting Florida, we hitting Little Rock, we hitting St. Louis, we hitting Texas, Chicago. We out here. We're gonna be in them streets. We gonna
be in the streets.
Yeah. Yeah. Once I get my passport taken care of and get them their passports, it's gonna be overseas time. It's gonna be overseas time. So all in all, like the last 2 weeks have been pretty good. I've been shaving a little bit, but I got a little scruff left. You know, I got to go back to work next week. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's not a bad deal.
Let me grab my pen real quick, y'all.
Yeah, you got it. Hey, Sheba. Hey.
Dang. I don't have my phone so I can see who's on.
Oh.
I normally have my phone.
Yeah, we got Sheba.
Hey. Hello.
Trying to think of something else that's happened this week. We've just been on the move. We've been Yeah, we've been on the move. So
Yeah,
that's been what's up. That's been what's up.
that's cool. That's cool. What you
Absolutely.
got going on this week, Dirt? How was your week?
Week been good. Week been good. I just got back in from Kansas myself. Well, Kansas. I've been down there for the last week and a half.
Kansas?
Yeah.
What's going on in Kansas?
Job. I was demoing this little tanker, gas tank, old tank, had to be demoed out. We had to torch it out rather, So we took a week and a half for us to do that. 50-foot tanker. So some work. I just got back home.
Okay.
But I just like I say, Thursday I got back home. Wednesday I got back home.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What part of Kansas?
Brennan, Kansas.
No. Yeah, you can have some ice cream. Go get it.
It was like I was like right there, like Kansas and Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Right on. It was like East St. Louis equivalent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You weren't too far away from somebody else out there.
I got you.
Yeah. She's not too far away from there at all. At all. Wanda Sheba said she came over your house.
When?
When, Sheba? When did you do that? I'm not saying we don't believe you. I'm just saying we didn't hear nobody knock on the door. So, so Kansas and what else? What's up, Ralph?
Nothing, just touching back home. I was off today. Worked yesterday, but I was off today. And it's been a overall good week. Getting back acclimated back with letting the twins get back on their routine. I missed them for a minute, but now they, you know what I'm saying, that was over like the first hour I was back home, So
well, dang.
Man, but overall it's been good. Me and the wife gonna get out tomorrow. I'm gonna take her out to dinner and a movie. We just gonna get out, do us.
That's what's happening.
That's football on Sunday. That's my week pretty much.
Can we talk about that football fantasy league? I don't know if you in one, cause if y'all in one.
Oh yeah.
But hey,
I don't know nothing about that.
that was shots out to you, Sheba. She ain't know nothing about that. But Tyreek Hill went off. He hit. I think he got me 40-something points. He killed it for me.
Yeah.
Killed it. I needed that because that was my first win in this fantasy football league. That's 4 weeks of not winning almost. And I finally got a win in.
Yeah, man. It'll turn best friends enemies quick,
Real quick.
So I'm watching the Raider game on Monday night. Everybody know I'm a big Raider head. But I got Jared Cook from the San Diego Chargers, and I'm playing G-ball. And he got the quarterback, Herbert. So Herbert scored a touchdown. I'm like, God damn it! But then I'm like, yes. I was mad they scored, and then G got points out of the situation too. But I got points out, so I ended up winning off of that exchange right there.
Yeah. So I don't know if having a head coach on your roster is something new for this year, because I didn't play fantasy football. I'm using ESPN's, and I didn't play fantasy. I haven't played it since I think 2015, 2016. That was the last time we had a fantasy football league at my job. But I got on and I had a head coach, and it's like, oh, I get points for a head coach. When did that happen? That's something new. Maybe it's just the league that I'm in. Maybe that's some of the rules that they had, because and I had an auto pick. I got Dallas Cowboys, which is just boo-boo, because I do not like the Dallas Cowboys at all.
I got Maury Cooper off the Cowboys, so go Coop.
Right. I want them to lose every day they wake up. It needs to be a loss. It needs to be a loss. So, yeah. So that's what it is so far. What y'all got? Y'all got any vacation coming up?
No.
My vacation, if I don't work, I don't get paid. So, nope.
Got you.
I got a
Well,
schedule.
I plan on taking a half of a vacation day for my birthday in 2 weeks.
Hey,
So
what you gonna do for half a day?
well, I'm gonna go to work the first half of the day. Second day, I think my sister said she's taking me to lunch. We gonna go to Twisted Ranch.
What is
I heard
that?
that was good.
Yeah, and we probably, since I didn't go to the homecoming game tonight, I probably go to the next
I was over my camera.
what your camera doing? We see you.
It's flicking on my end.
No, we can see. And I think like on the Saturday after my birthday, I'm gonna do like the alligator bar will officially be open again for
Oh,
that day only. And, and
okay,
then
okay.
I'm a load the fire pit up, maybe put some meat on the grill, and just have a little kickback.
Nothing wrong
Got
with it. Nothing
I
wrong with it.
got
If you're in town, everybody's invited. Dirt around the corner, so he know where to be.
I ain't been to the bar in a minute.
I know it's been a while. COVID,
you.
COVID been hating on a player.
Hey,
Oh,
COVID got everybody down like
COVID been hating on a
six,
player.
like 10 toes. And COVID got
Yeah.
everybody down. So the question I got for you, Wanda, is why didn't you take half a day the next day for recovery time?
Well, I don't work on Saturdays anyway, so
Okay.
there was yeah. So my birthday's on a Friday, the 22nd, and
Wait, you work on Sundays?
yeah,
Never. I
I don't
mean,
work
I
on
have to
Sundays either.
also, but that's not
Nope,
okay.
I don't work any weekends. I work Monday through Friday.
Oh, you good.
Yeah, so
You can
my
you can
my
drink like
students want
you
me to come to
18.
work at least for a half a day. So I don't know.
Okay, I got that. That's the one to do something special for you. Movement.
Yeah, but
That's what's up. That's what's up. I get it. Tell him Mo
yeah, what it do?
yeah,
what's
he got
happening.
vacation time that he ain't using, I'm sure.
Yeah. So welcome everybody who's in so far. We're just catching up on last
What's been
couple
going
of
on this
days, couple of
week?
weeks.
What's
Hey
been
Alice, I
going
don't know if I
on?
sent a shout out to you. Hey Al, I was just talking to your daughter a second ago, and then my kids was talking to your daughter, and they remembered that they already had each other's usernames on Roblox, and she has her phone number, and
Yeah,
had her phone number in her tab.
Gabby and Court exchanged numbers a while ago.
Yeah, it was over a year ago. So
Yeah.
that's what it is. But with that being said, we're about to move into our topic.
Let's
So
get
just to
into
give
the hot
everybody a quick overview,
topic.
if you didn't see the topics that we have pushed out, or if you didn't get the notification in Facebook or on YouTube, we've got a couple topics tonight. We're going to talk about Nick. We're going to talk about everybody else's week. Want to see who's what people's opinions are as far as clothing and women is concerned. And then we're going to talk about the GOAT of comedy, Dave Chappelle,
Okay.
and his last special.
Last Netflix special.
Well, you know what? Even with that being said, it's not actually his last Netflix special. So at the beginning of what he was talking about, he was just saying essentially I could have missed it because I watched it in different segments at about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I could have missed out on something. But what it sounded like he was saying is he's just going to end up taking a bit of a hiatus for a little bit, and then he's going to come back. So
well, he's from what I understand, when we get we'll talk about it when we get to that point, but yeah.
We're going to come back
going on.
Yeah. We're going to come back to that. But until then, let's talk about our guy. Let's talk about it. Nick Cannon and his decision to to be celibate. And I was about to actually have some fun with this. And I decided not to.
What you mean?
I'm looking at that dirt face.
What you mean? I mean,
so I was actually going to put the title as like celibate, SELL-A-BIT, because you ain't finna sell me no lies, bruh.
Okay.
But that's just me. That's just me. Right.
I mean,
so we can definitely get into that. Now y'all tell me what y'all think and how y'all feel about it.
Okay. So this happened because of a conversation he had with his therapist. And his therapist suggested celibacy. Now, this was just a suggestion. That don't mean he's going to, take that advice. Because everybody knows when you talk to somebody, they can give you all the advice in the world. It's up to you to take it. Hey, Che.
Hey, Che.
So it was just a suggestion. Now, do I feel like he's gonna really be celibate? No. No, I don't think he's gonna actually be celibate.
No. Okay. All right.
And,
Can't hear you, Dirt. You gotta. I think you're on mute. You muted yourself. I got you. Let me. Oops.
He's still muted. What are we doing? What's going on?
Well, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, try to unmute.
I want to hear what he got to say because I think he
I
got
do
something
too.
good to say.
I do too.
Come on. What's it doing? What are you doing to me?
Oh yeah, you chose to mute yourself, Dirt. You gotta undo yourself.
Unmute yourself.
I can't do it for you. Hey, look, Che, on God. On God. That is
that's cool, but that man is trying to build a legacy. He got some internal stuff going on.
So I was talking to somebody else about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they made a great point.
Okay.
And the point that they made was Nick is actually probably living out some trauma. He's probably living out some trauma. He's probably going through a midlife crisis at this point in life. You know what I mean? Not having kids for the vast majority of his life, getting into a certain spot and being like,
because he was securing that bag.
Yeah, I got it. But securing a bag doesn't really amount to much if you're a person who's decided within themselves that they want to have kids later on down in life.
Mm-hmm.
You got to balance that stuff out. Mm-hmm. You got to balance that stuff out. And you can actually do both. You can secure the bag and you can help repopulate the earth, right?
Not repopulate.
But
okay.
I mean, it's a balancing act and it's not easy. Mm-hmm. It's not easy. I got it. But high jumping, Jesus, 7 in 1 year?
I mean, was it 7 in 1 year? Or is it 7 altogether? I think it's 7 altogether.
It's 7 altogether. 3 in 1 year, I think.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. But well, you back, Dirt?
Yeah, man.
There you go. I can hear you. Yay.
What was you saying?
Oh man, I forgot. I was just pretty much on the saying that I know our pinky ring saluted Nick Cannon once upon a time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you did. A month ago.
And then I know it was just a suggestion, but even for him to, I don't know, not to say that he even, you know what I'm saying, going forward with it or even gave it a thought, but I know.
I'm sure he thought about it, and it's to get through whatever he's trying to get through. Because, like y'all said, he probably is having sex because of some type of trauma.
TB timeout. Like, give me a 20-second timeout real quick, Coach, because what is it you saying that he thought about?
He thought about celibacy. He probably thought about it.
For that little time period that him and doctor was talking about it.
No, he had to think about it again because he brought it up outside of his therapy session. So I really think that he put some thought to it. I believe that he put thought to it, and that that he might. I mean, he might.
I think he fired his therapist after that.
Bah.
I think he fired his therapist after that. I was just gonna say that.
I don't think he fired his therapist, and I think he might actually listen to what his therapist says. Maybe.
Hey, Rick.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So I'm gonna throw two things out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
First off,
I'm gonna try to catch him.
And
Let's go.
and I'm going. This is going to lead into our cohort. Her comment that I'm going to display in a second. Like, the first thing is, get your mind right. Get your mind right. People can be flip floppy all day. I got it, and I'm because I do it myself sometimes, but I do it on whether or not I want to eat a sandwich. You dig? I'm not doing it, and I'm not doing it while making decisions as to whether or not I want to bring another human here. That's the first thing. The second thing is, at this point, it's not about him. It's about the kids.
What are y'all concerned about? That man is filthy freaking rich.
So how is he going to actually?
No worries.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree.
He said, and I quote, "I love my children so much that I gave them all their own mother." Boom.
The kid is great. The kids are well off. Yeah.
That's one of the biggest BS statements I've ever heard in my life.
They all have their own mother to give them all the love that they need.
Kids are well off, though. You know what I'm saying?
What
we talking about, Dan? What we talking about?
Disagree.
That's a good point too, Alice. That is a good point.
The reason why I disagree is because I'm looking at it from an aspect of the amount of time he can actually money. I'm not worried about money. I'm more so looking at the amount of time he can dedicate to these kids, because that outweighs the financial aspect of things tremendously.
I'm sure they're gonna have a great family reunion. I'm sure it'll be great.
Say again, Dirt.
You talking about since the kids are here? That's what you talking about? The time?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we were somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
kids gonna be good. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, I feel like the family reunions are gonna be awesome. I really do. I feel like that they all understand what's going on.
That's different than the celibate. So that's what threw me off. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was talking about them being celibate. Then you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah, no, you're talking about the kids' welfare at this point.
Yeah. So because that was my second point. My second point is the amount of time he can dedicate to his kids. Right. I get the fiduciary aspect of it. I totally understand the fiduciary aspect of it. Yeah, he's filthy rich. He comes from a rich family. He can give them money. He can give them things materially. But can he sit down, make a sandwich with one of his kids or all of his kids at the same time?
I get you on that.
I'm sure. Yeah. If they was all at his house,
Yeah, you sure?
I'm sure.
Wanda, I gotta disagree with you on this because
I don't. But people do it all the time and with less money.
But not speaking on the money aspect, but the careers that him and his baby mamas have. They are big. I mean, I don't know. I ain't know what to call main wives. He was only married to Mariah, so
yeah.
I'm saying, so you know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody that he deal with is in that lifestyle of schedules, and you know what I'm saying. So
that don't make it any better.
But I'm just saying that's gonna always be a aspect in their world. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be.
I got you. And maybe time. Yeah, maybe time has yet to play. Well, time definitely has yet to play itself out, and we get a bit of a different picture. But moving back to the main topic of him and celibacy. I don't know if he will be able to actually.
Okay, so from just put yourself in his shoes. from now until I guess he said the new year he's gonna be celibate. Do y'all think y'all can be celibate for that long?
Sure. We talking about 90 days. We talking about less than 100 days.
Okay.
We talking about practice.
Do y'all think y'all could be that? Do y'all think y'all could be celibate for 90 days?
I've done it for a year and a half, 2 years.
You said what now?
I was gone for a week and a half, and I didn't understand what was going on with my body. You see what I'm saying?
All right. So okay. So a week and a half you went.
So I've done it for a year and a half to 2 years before. I've done it for a year and a half to 2 years. I've done it before. I've done it before.
No sex,
none,
period.
whatsoever. Yeah.
Just
a dang lie. I don't believe you.
So I remember when I when I was going to Oakwood, when I went to Oakwood.
Yes.
So that whole process, cut, stopped, was done.
You were in college.
Yeah, it wasn't until my sophomore year in college I moved off campus. Yeah. So the same way you looking at me, Third, you ain't got to. I don't need you to believe it to be true.
I know who your family is. I don't believe it.
Hey, as far as an integrity check, dead serious. I did it for a year and a half to 2 years. No long lie. Right hand up.
But okay, so did your body go through withdrawals? Did you like get the shakes
Absolutely.
And you get the cold chills?
I ain't go through all that.
You get mad at everybody. What you doing?
So I had different outlets at the time. I had a lot of different outlets at the time. So it was a conscious decision.
Don't tell me your ass was up there finger painting and taking walks through the park.
No, absolutely not. That's not what I did.
So what are you saying to me?
I stayed busy.
Okay.
I stayed busy. Right.
But he already said his body went through certain, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're gonna experience different things, you know.
Absolutely. I did. Right. But just like with anything, if the body is trainable, and that's the bottom line. And if you train yourself to do a specific thing, to be disciplined in a specific manner, you can do it. Right. And I did it. A year and a half, 2 years, and then I moved off campus, and
then the floodgates open, huh?
Well, not the floodgates. I'm not going to say the floodgates.
He done parted the Red Sea.
But things happen. And I stopped being that for a while. I did. But after that, I made a conscious decision, like, to make sure that if I was going to do it, except for one time, I had a bit of a whole moment, but I was making sure that
you had a cheat day. It was a cheat day.
Like he on a diet.
This called a cheat day.
Hey, that was more than a cheat day. It was a move. It was a whole movement.
I'm looking at these comments, and some of y'all lying.
Talk to him.
Let me take care of my cheering. I'm here. I can hear y'all.
Do your thing.
Oh, and Chase that she should have continued. I guess. I mean, for me, I guess I could. I couldn't do it for 90 days. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
oh my goodness, what are you doing? Your focus is off. You're angry all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't do it for 90 days. I don't think I could personally. You're right. I would have a straight attitude. Nobody would be happy. Everybody be just as cranky as me. I mean, I guess after day 30, and if I didn't like jump off something.
30. Sexual frustration is a real thing, people.
It is very real. I agree with you.
Doctor, you know what I'm saying? Talk to someone. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that's willing.
I'm like, bruh.
Sexual frustration. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. Okay. So if you celibate, do other ways count? Just as long as it's not with another human being?
I'm not
sure. Or is that not celibate?
I think that's still cheating.
Is it?
I think celibate is just flat out nothing. Just flat out.
Yes, absolutely nothing. It's
So
nothing.
no toys, no
Nothing.
No,
It's
no
nothing.
manual labor, no nothing,
Nothing.
huh?
nothing.
It's
Yeah,
nothing.
Nope. I
You
would
just
not be able to do it.
you just go to sleep every night and hope you don't have a good dream.
Nope. Nope.
And you
And I'm not
pray
gonna
all
even
night.
sit up here and lie to y'all like I could do it possibly. No, I could not.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's tough.
Yep, I wouldn't bet not 90 days.
And I know my boy.
I give y'all a good maybe 5 days to a week, maybe. But after that,
And so this, like, I agree with Che, and that's how I did it. I kept myself busy. Like overwhelmingly busy, and I was doing a lot of research at that time, and I was researching a lot of stuff about the Bible. I was researching different a lot of different stuff, and that's the honest truth.
So what about
Well,
when y'all meet?
the Bible will definitely dry you up. I'll tell you that.
I'm just saying.
There's no arousal in the Bible whatsoever.
What about when you have a connect? What about when you had that moment, a connection with a person that you've been
Hold
on
on a
the
second,
same
baby.
journey with, that somebody that's just been playing music with you, or you know what I'm saying, going over your lines with you or something to your effect, Jig. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's just there all day, and y'all got that connect. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I'm saying? It's still certain stuff in human chemistry. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta have. I think it's always a moment. I think it's always a moment.
I got you. Hey, give me a quick second. Let me give a shout out to a friend of mine, T. Lynn Holder. She just joined us. Thank you for coming in. I sent her a text earlier. and it was a bit late, but thank you for stopping in. Right now, we're talking about Nick Cannon and his celibacy, but we're making it a little bit more personal. So,
not personal. I was just saying. I think it's just a moment. Everybody, even being busy, even working all the time. You know what I'm saying? An aspect. You know what I'm saying? If you with a person for a certain amount of time, I mean, or I don't know. I think it's just always it's hard.
It is truth be told. So what I did when I had decided to be celibate during that time, and I had a couple of issues with a couple of young ladies, but when I decided to be celibate during that time, what I made sure of is if I found myself in those situations, I was cognizant of the situation and I removed myself from it. Once I saw what was going on and I felt like, oh, this could be something, I had to, like, again, integrity check and be completely honest and be like, hey, I got to go. I got to remove myself from this situation. And I told some young ladies once before during that time. I was like, my man gave me a second. This is one of my partners that I was in Iraq, where we were in a choir together in Iraq. What's going on, bro? I appreciate you for stopping through.
I don't think I could purposely be celibate.
Oh, I did it. It's a discipline.
It probably happened on accident. Like if I done got busy with something and I'm just too tired or something like that, I couldn't be purposely celibate.
It's more a mind over body type aspect.
And my body's gonna win every single time.
It is. And well, not mine didn't.
No.
Exactly.
He's telling me.
Hey, don't get us canceled singing it. Church, we
right?
canceled, bro. Don't get us canceled.
You know, it's
like. But on a real quick point though, with Dirt singing that, I agree with DL Hughley and his comment about R. Kelly and the national anthem. We still sing the national anthem knowing what it is.
Knowing what it is.
I'm not finna stop listening to R. Kelly. Anyway, on another moving back. That could be another topic for another time. That could be another topic for another time. So so a friend of mine for 2.5 years
on purpose. Huh?
You dig? That happens.
God bless you.
It happens. It really does.
What is on purpose? Just
like you are making the
purpose that I'm not.
You're making the straight thought. Like, hey, I'm not gonna have sex because, and you have a reason behind it.
That's what it is. No, I want to know.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all so
That's what
silly.
I want to know, Jig. I want to
Y'all so
know the
silly.
purpose. Like I
That's
know
my
why people.
sister.
We know why
Okay.
people fast. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
know why people do certain things. Why do they?
Mhm.
What was that? Is that like a
So
fasting? Yeah, correct.
I can't speak for anybody else, right?
Correct,
But what
Mhm.
I
correct.
can tell you is my personal journey and the movement of it. And
So
there
what
was a
did your
certain time,
celibacy do for you?
great question. And it helped me deal with things internally a lot clearer because I wasn't looking at an external factor and I wasn't focused on what comes down to a primitive need and a want,
Or is like I
right?
mean, like a life perspective, or just like a relationship perspective. Uh,
Both.
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 Okay.
At the time, it was a choice because that's when I was like really searching for to commune with deity, to commune with the creator, the great architect.
Mhm.
That was
Okay.
something that I wanted to do, and I didn't want other things to get in the way of that. I didn't want those distractions. I didn't want to have to make sure I was taking care of somebody else at the time. I needed to take care of myself
Mhm.
holistically during that point,
Okay.
right?
Gotcha.
So I had to cut it out. I really had to cut it out, and I had to slay my flesh for that amount of time, that a year and a half, 2 years. And when I did that, I was actually able to move into a different space personally, and think and move in a different frequency, a different energy, and actually attain the goal that I set out to reach. Right
Mhm.
now, do I do it now? Absolutely not.
I want to be that mature one day. I really do.
Hey Wanda, we gotta grow up one day, huh?
We
We
got
gonna
to at
be like
some point.
Y'all
I
so
gotta
Jesus.
silly,
I need to
man.
figure this.
When
I
we
need to
grow up,
figure
we
out my
gonna be
life.
like this.
I don't know. Like what am I doing with myself? Maybe I need to be celibate to figure this out.
So it was like
Hey,
more like a clear mind to everything, like a lot of things,
it
huh?
was. It was
Okay.
because at the same time I had become a vegetarian. So I had
I
removed all
remember your
processed meat.
vegetarian
That was that
phase.
time. Right, because though
See, I should have known
that was
something
that
was wrong.
time.
I should have known something was wrong
Y'all
with you.
forgot about that, huh?
Absolutely.
Y'all, that was the
See, okay,
whole
Jerry.
movement.
We gonna act like he was going through some other stuff. Other stuff.
I should have known
Y'all
something
Because
was
that was
wrong.
a whole issue right there.
We should
That
have
was
had
a
an
whole
intervention one.
issue.
We should have did an
Hey,
intervention with it.
We should have did an intervention in. It was
no. See, look,
Yeah,
I
you
have
ain't
somebody that
jig.
agrees.
What an old jig at? We need that jig. You know,
Well, I'm back.
I hear
Don't
you,
get me
Miss
wrong,
Holder. I hear you.
no, I
but
get you though, love. I got you.
yeah, it
I
was.
understand, and my
Totally,
maturity
totally,
level just ain't there yet.
totally understand. Because
It
I heard
was.
people talk about it, take them on like a more like a focus high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're saying, like on a path or whatever they thinking they want to be or what they want to do at that time, they
Mhm.
really chime in on it and go for it. You know, so
Yeah.
Hmm.
I heard, you know, I
Well,
see it.
big ups to all of you who have conquered this.
Right
Oh
on,
goodness,
cuz.
he's
Right on,
lying.
Ralph.
He's
Ralph a lot.
lying. I
Right
know
Ralph a
on,
it.
lot.
Ralph.
Ralph a lot. Hey,
Cuz
Ralph,
no, I appreciate you, baby.
we gonna
Right
move
on,
on with Ralph.
family.
We gonna move on with Ralph. How long he been celibacy? Because
These
Ralph,
folks are forgetting. We know who they family is,
I
bro.
know
Come
that
on
dude.
now.
I know that guy. When he say how long he been, when we gonna move on?
see,
I think he
and
lying.
again, in the comments, you dig? It's real. It's
It made me
real.
get more in tune with my extended version of myself.
Gotcha,
I don't
gotcha.
know how. I don't think I ain't that flexible. I don't know how much I can extend.
Hey, you be surprised what you can do
I think
when
I'm
you
too
actually discipline
mentally
yourself.
on who I am. Like I'm 40 years old, and I'm like you know you pretty much think you set in your ways. I say it like that. You think you set in your
Cuz,
ways, and then go ahead.
cuz remember, this happened when I was 21, 22, right?
Correct.
Oh, you were at your little
Oh,
So
prime then.
oh boy,
You
21,
was at your little
22.
prime then.
that's when I have become
Come
a
on back
vegetarian.
here. I thought he was talking about he's 27, 28 or something. You know what I'm saying?
No, I was married at 28. That's when I had my oldest. That's when I had Gabba. Gabby came into this world actually a month after I was 29, July 17th, 2009. But I was married in 2008, so I moved past that at that point.
Gotcha.
Right?
Crazy. I would never know.
Wow.
You never know.
Yes, let's just move on because we just gonna agree to disagree on this one.
I'm just saying,
discipline is definitely
do it.
power. I've lost a couple pounds due to discipline.
Well, let's talk about Dave Chappelle then, because I think we got a lot to disagree and agree with that segment. You know what I'm saying, with the time frame. But
that's going to be a progressive movement. That's going to be a progressive movement. I want to say the best for last, because again, that's the GOAT that we're talking about.
Correct. I was just looking at the time frame. If we're gonna extend it, then we're gonna extend it. Let's roll it out. But
we can extend it a little bit. I don't think anything wrong with that. We can extend it just a little bit. We ain't gonna go too far past an hour 15, but we'll extend it out just a little bit. So moving on to our next movement. Who this week? Who got you effed up? Who did it?
Up this week? I love this segment.
Did it?
I love it.
Who did it? Let me hear from y'all. Who did it? And we need y'all in the comments right now. Let us know. Diesel, you got it first, cuzzo.
All right.
Oh yeah. Also, let us know in the comments, guys. Who got y'all effed up this week?
But up until Ralph put that statement up there, I ain't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So until Ralph got me effed up this week. I know that guy. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Lord, that took a turn quickly.
Hey, Ralph. Ralph, you're gonna have to call Dirk, cuz.
Yeah, that's what I say. Me and cuz gonna talk.
Y'all gonna have to rap later.
I know that guy.
All right, Fad, who got you effed up this week?
Well, Gabs, give me a second, y'all. Gabs, I need you to go into your room for about 5 minutes, big girl. Just give me 5. I gotta talk grown folk talk real quick, baby. I gotta talk grown folk talk. It's a segment I need to vent on, and this ain't for you, baby.
Let's vent.
You too, Sarah. Don't come around the corner. Go back to your room. Give me a second. Hey, this gonna be one of the realest shows our new people came on to. This is the realest show that y'all ever gonna be on. Y'all ever gonna talk to.
Yes, Lord.
Love you, Wanda, for coming over this segment. You hear me? This is great.
Okay. All right, so I gotta whisper this a little bit, right?
It's all right. We can hear you.
I'm reading comments, but I'm gonna tell y'all who got me fucked up this week.
Let's go.
My newly identified ex-wife got
Boom
me this week. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna turn my mic up so I can, because we all
tuned in.
We had a court date on the 5th.
You talking about this shit? You got court, bro. You can't be talking about court shit on.
Give me a second. Give me. Yeah, I got it. So we started going through the process and everything, and we started talking a whole bunch of shit. And she got to doing her line thing or whatever. But out of nowhere, the judge was like, "I'm tired of this. We're gonna end this today. By the end of this court session, you will be divorced." God,
won't he do it?
Hey! I just hurt my hands doing that. I hurt myself doing that. I just hurt myself. But yes. So a 3-year process, a 3-year struggle dealing with a narcissist who has tried to drain me of every aspect and piece of my life, my energy, my frequency, my joy. He was trying to stop me from interacting with my children the way that I interact with my children, being a father, being a protector, being a leader with my kids, being an example, showing my kids what love looks like. Who's tried to stop me from doing that over 3 years. 3 years. I finally got the judge to issue the decree. Finally. And it's been a long road, but that's who got me fucked up this week. Let's keep the party going. All right, Gabs, you good?
What up, bud?
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because that shit be ugly, bro. When you got a positive person in a positive male, you can always have positive people in y'all. A positive male, it takes a lot for a positive male to be
So good.
genuine and beneficial to another human being. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get stopped from trying to share that love and stop it. For you, Jigga.
Toxicity. Hey, it's crazy. And I can't express the amount of freedom and joy that I have because that process has come to a close. I can always make money.
You better work your black boy joy. Okay.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
See, I can't even say nothing got me messed up this week. That just did something to my spirit.
Y'all know I've been struggling with this for 3+ years. Y'all know.
But let's talk about what messed you up this week, though. Some was, you know what I'm saying, that didn't set right with you this week.
LA Dodgers got me effed up.
Oh my God, Jen, you better say that, Wanda. They got the Cardinals. They got us. Go on. I'm gonna let you speak on it. My bad.
My heart was so broken.
Yeah.
And I was like, we were doing great, like a 17-win streak.
We were
doing so good.
Right. We were.
So if anybody had me messed up this week, it would be the LA Dodgers.
Yeah.
But big up to my Cards. Y'all did y'all thing. It's still all love.
Ray ass baby, you was supposed to. Anyway.
Yeah. Alex, look, we not bringing the negativity into this space. Okay, we're not doing that.
Alice did it. She said it.
All right, let's go to the comments. Who got our viewers messed up this week?
Yeah, who got y'all messed up this week? Who got y'all? Who got y'all messed up? Like, and we know we are going through it. We living our adult lives at this point.
Yes,
some of us hitting that midlife crisis, and some of us are at the point of hey, what's going on, Cecil? Thanks for coming in. And some of us at the point of I got you, Ralph. Some of us at the point of, you know what, I'm not changing. I'm standing on my square, and this is what I need to say because I'm not doing this with people no more. So where y'all at with that? Where y'all at?
All right, where we at? What we got? Oh, Ralph said the wrong folks at his job hating on him. Yeah, I got my cousin effed up, bro.
Hey, you need to move on because we had this segment 2 weeks in a row, and your job had you effed up.
Still hating on you. Still.
You to do some extra work and shit, cause it's time to move on, baby. You hear me? You gotta
do something, Ralph.
It's better than that.
You gotta do something, Ralph.
They trying to ride off of you, cause
not today, Satan. We ain't doing this.
Not today, Satan.
Not today. We don't play like that. They better go play with their mammy. They don't play with you.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Holder. Yes, these face masks got us all effed up. Yes, Lord.
I can't with y'all.
I don't even know what people look like no more from here on down. I like that ain't who that was.
So it'd be weird for me because I like to look at people. I can tell off people facial expression what's going on. You know what I'm saying? With that mask, I can't tell shit. You only see eyes. You know what I'm saying? Unless they roll their eyes or something. Yeah, unless they roll their eyes, you can't tell them.
My eyes tell everything. So you can still tell what I'm thinking from here on down. But
my eyebrows tell a different story. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how my eyebrows are, people be like, "This nigga finna start." Yep. Anyway,
Here we go. Already. Here we go.
That's Cecil.
What else? Who else? What else we got?
Hold up. I cannot pass this one up. I gotta put this up here. Al, you silly.
Cut it out, bro.
I need to see part 2 of that. How she feel after
He
that? I need to
did
see
all
part 2 of that.
day. All
I need to see
day.
the response after that.
See,
Oh
these
my
mads be
God.
catfishing us.
Oh
These
my
mads be
God.
straight catfishing
Hey, he
us.
breathed
Oh.
that man down smooth too. I just oh, she feeling me. You know, like
That is like
uh,
I know people be surprised when they see me like if I'm like from my mask on down, then I put my mask down next to this big old gap. I know they be surprised. They be like, whoa.
that gap
But I'm like,
beautiful.
Oh
hey,
my God.
yo,
Y'all,
this is
y'all killing
me.
these comments tonight. Y'all are killing these comments.
Oh my God, say them face masks be selling people's breath when they take it off.
Yeah. So I keep wanting to go to my
Why
boy.
are
I felt
y'all
like
like
Dave
this?
Chappelle.
Why are
This
y'all
woman
like
at
this?
Denny's, I was out of town, bro. You know what I'm saying? I took my mask off on my table, and I swore this woman came over and said, like Dave Chappelle said, all the H words, like.
Hi, how are you? How would you
She
like
seen me sitting by myself, so she thought I was by myself. I'm like, it was an older woman too, you know what I'm saying?
would
So
behoove
Oh
me
I couldn't
was.
no.
be mean, but I couldn't be, you know what I'm saying? I still had to be
Yeah.
protective of myself, so it was weird.
Oh
Right,
my
right,
God.
right,
Be like, COVID is
right.
real.
Right, it was an older woman too. She had to be.
Dang.
She came over, hey baby, you sitting by? Wait, whoa,
Whoa.
wait a minute.
Ooh.
It was weird.
Pump them
Yeah, so
brakes. Pump them
Mr.
brakes.
Foster said Facebook had him effed up this week. Why? You don't even be on there.
who did?
He don't even post
Her
on
husband.
Facebook. He only thing he probably worried about is his stock. That's what he worried about.
Man, come on.
He don't even. He don't even.
Man.
He does not interact on Facebook. I'm gonna
As a
need you to
matter of
come up
fact,
with
that's
something
true.
else.
Because I've never seen a post off of you from
He's
you on
never
Facebook,
on there.
Martell.
Never.
You gotta do better, man. You gotta do better. I'm
No.
gonna need you to have a social media presence, Martell.
I'm
He
always
has
on
no
your
social media presence.
side.
He just has stock. That is it.
Golly.
All right,
Golly.
Martell and Rap had me effed up this week.
Absolutely. With they lying asses. There
Martell
we
and
go.
Rap had me effed up this week.
There we go.
See, y'all
Boom.
just got put on blast real quick.
Boom.
Y'all my guys, man. I rock with y'all. You see what I'm saying?
But they
Yeah.
trying to lie to Kiki though. We don't do that.
Not that lot of
Hey,
kicking. I almost put them on no limit, Gary.
that's real. So, quick commercial break just for us. Make sure you all like and subscribe, especially just with that being said, we are going to be pushing forward to YouTube as our primary movement of live streaming. With everything that's happening with Facebook and Instagram, sure, we'll be on there and we'll still be posting a few things, but for our lives, our primary movement will begin to become YouTube. So make sure you go over to our YouTube, you like and subscribe to YouTube. If you have a topic that you want to talk about, hit us up at the FBL podcast at gmail.com. We would love to hear from you and have your topic be a point of discussion, have you on as a guest to talk about that. Big shout outs to Che as well. Get rest and recovered. We miss you.
Feel better soon, cousin. We miss
Yeah, because
you.
we
Because
miss you.
and
We are
also
missing.
we haven't done our black business segment in a minute, and we know a
We're
lot of
gonna bring
y'all
that back.
reaching out into y'all entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
rock with us. You know what I'm saying? Tell us
Is
what y'all
Rick still on? Is Ricky still on? Because I want her to come over so we can do some sweet treat tasting for the
Yeah.
Black Business segment.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
should
that's what's up.
definitely do that.
So with the
Yeah.
YouTube movement, we trying to do a lot more videos, a lot more. So we gonna do some cooking episodes with Jig. Your boy Juan gonna get out there and do some segments and everything. And Rick, we would love to have you on to do a baking segment. Bro just got a brand new stove. I got double oven, so you come over here and you can showcase and show out. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
That's where we at. That's what
that's
we
See,
what
do.
I
we
know
do.
you want to be a part of that, baby.
This
Yeah. Hey,
family, like we said, first and foremost, from the beginning, from the start to now. You know what I'm saying? So rock with us, fam.
all day. Hey, real quick, shout out to my big brother, Sir Williams. I appreciate you for joining us tonight. We haven't actually been able to speak man to man in a while, but I'm glad you're joining me right now. I appreciate it, bro. So we're gonna keep the program moving. We're gonna go ahead and move over to something that we were talking about earlier, right? Judged women and attire. That's the segment that we're on right now. And Wanda, you actually need to take the lead on this because this was one of your ideas.
No, it was a question because I was listening to what was I listening to? Listening to something on the radio, and it came across that a woman that was a sportscaster saying that she doesn't deal with women who dress in a certain way, which way she meant was, I guess, provocative.
Provocative. Mm-hmm. Love that.
And she like, oh yeah, I can't help you out because you look like this. And I felt some type of way personally.
Okay.
Because as a woman who can do both, I can dress comfortable or provocative and be straight fine.
Provocative.
But now the thing is, should we be treated differently because we want to dress to, I guess, accentuate our body, or dress to what we feel comfortable in? Like, why does that matter what I dress like for how you treat me?
That's
oh well.
So I got
society always got a stigma on everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything we do. You know what I'm saying? So I got a question. Like, do y'all women love like the gray sweatpants, right? Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So they like that. They like their print. They like that. That
But some
showing.
of y'all ain't got no print in the gray sweatpants. We just like the way y'all look in y'all sweatpants.
Correct. So you take a man that don't got that print, and you take a man that has that print.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these guys show up to work or show up in a setting. You see what I'm saying? That's intriguing. That still stands out. You know, it stands out. You know what I'm saying? Because like you
but
don't
is the
see
woman gonna walk up to him and treat him differently because he got those sweatpants on?
if she's intrigued about it. So that's what it is. That's what it does to a man. A man is aroused by a woman's sexuality. You know what I'm saying? So when we see provocative versus comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot my shot every reel. That's what it is. I'm in a workplace, in a club, in any setting. When we see a woman dressed that way, you know what I'm saying? When we see a woman dressed that way, it's provocative. It's sexy. So yeah, so you're gonna dress it in a way you trying to move. You know what I'm saying? So not all the way you move is sleazy. You see what I'm saying? So every time.
So is she automatically sleazy because she dressed provocative?
No, I'm speaking on the male aspect. Just because I approach you or come about, but if you dress like that in the workplace and I approach you because of what I see or what I like, then I'm deemed it's deemed bad. You know what I'm saying? It's all types of double standard or another standard. It's that's sexual harassment in the workplace. You know what I'm saying? If I approach you, you know what I'm saying. But if you out in the club dressed like that and I approach you, it's still the same aspect. I'm shooting my shot. Like I like what I see as a male or as a.
No, it's not even about shooting your shot. It's about thinking of me as thinking of a female, a woman, in a certain way because she dresses a certain. Just because she dresses provocative doesn't mean that she's looking for that type of attention. It just means that's what she likes to look good in.
And like I say, men, she's not looking for the attention, but at the same time that I'm trying to give her the attention, it's other women that see, or other women that's peeping me or peeping her, and me at the same time, and they like, that's what she after. You see what I'm saying? The whole purpose of her coming like this is to draw that attention. So I mean to draw it out or make it long or anything.
No,
but
you're fine.
As a male, provocative is different than being comfortable and sexy. You know what I'm saying? Provocative is
all day.
I feel sexy in my in my husband's gray sweatpants, and I feel sexy in his sweatpants. I feel sexy in some a crop top with some high-waisted jeans, tight-fitting jeans. I feel sexy that way too.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Some women feel sexy walking out in their bonnets. In their
that's
pajamas.
true
Not
too.
today.
I feel
We
sexy
ain't
in my
gonna do that,
baseball
Isis.
hat.
We ain't
I'm
gonna
just
do that,
saying,
Isis.
Jigga, I'm just saying.
I better leave them bonnets at the house. Anyway.
We're not gonna go there. We are
I'm
not
not
gonna
doing
go
it.
there.
So
Okay.
I think like Dirk touched on a very important part.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that he touched on is the difference between men and women, a simple biological difference, right? And one of those, and I'm not saying that women aren't like this, but primarily men, we are visual, and we see something once our interest is piqued by our visual movements, right? If we see somebody that's attracted to us, that's what's getting our attention first. It's not the inner workings of a woman that's going to get our attention because we don't know her. That's not what we're drawn to yet. We're drawn to the way she walks. We're drawn to the way she's curved. We're drawn to the way her literal movement, her poetry, as it were. That's what we're drawn to. Now, with that being said, another aspect of that is how the clothing, the attire accentuates the body, right? So if you are in a business in a
Excuse me.
business setting, bless you, in a business setting, and the clothing or the attire that a woman wears is cut differently, we don't directly have that exact visual stimulation directly. It's cut off to us because of the way that the attire is made. Sure, you can be wearing a skirt, you can be wearing a suit, right? A woman could be wearing a suit with a skirt on it, but that's not what's drawing our attention because that's not what's actually popping out to us at the time. So business clothing is made in a certain fashion for a specific reason, right? Now, if you take me to a club or to a black church, right? And I'm saying that like that on purpose. I said it that way on purpose. And we see these dresses that are hip hugging, and we see the way that you're walking in these 6-inch heels or in these flats that got you still popping out, but you still got the curvatures happening, and everything in your poetry is hitting us in our visuals. We're gonna get on that because that's what's attracting us. If we are in a general setting and you at home, you dressing in specific clothing, your man has different cues that you do that has already attracted him, that he's already on. So if you get on them gray sweatpants, his pants, his clothing, right, you're already moving in a certain manner that's already attracted him. It's already got his attention. And once you do it, he's cued in on that and he's going to latch on to it. And that's what it is. So, no, absolutely not. Right. If I bring it back to center, should a woman be judged on the attire that she wears? No, she shouldn't be. However, just like every person in the world and every person that occupies any certain space, you have to understand the different movements of the opposite gender. Right?
That's
You
because I
should
was just
know.
gonna say, like, because if I show up to a job interview with a form-fitting suit on, rather if I show up in a big bulky sweater, should I not get that job because I have on that suit? Should I not get that job because I have on a sweater?
Correct.
Like,
But
Okay.
that's what the sportcaster was speaking on. Like,
pretty
so
much, right?
if you're gonna show up and do your job. I mean, I don't
She
mean
don't
to
even
sound
know if they
cold.
can do that job or not because she's already judging them by their clothes.
Correct, because your clothing shouldn't speak for your
Your
mindset,
qualifications. It
your
shouldn't.
qualifications. Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, 'cause, you know what I'm saying? Like when you were speaking on it, when you spoke on the sportscast, I look at all the women in the sports world. Look at all the sportscasters that
Mm-hmm.
they are beyond beautiful. First and foremost, they are beyond beautiful. And when they dress, nothing shows. They dress from so that was the other thing I wanted to get to. Like even with the mindset of a male, you know what I'm saying? Even when y'all well dressed, we still see what we want to see. We still see everything.
Because we
So
have imagination.
So that's what I think. That's what the sportscaster was getting to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to present yourself in a way that's gonna reveal everything that you have to offer. You see what I'm saying? So keep it closed quarters and do your shit.
Because I wear scrubs 90% of the time, and I get hit on more in my scrubs than I do in my
Yeah.
regular street clothes.
You can see everything.
And my scrubs,
Hey.
they're scrubs, so I can go to the grocery store in my scrubs and have more men talk to me than I do in regular street clothes.
So that's why I was glad we had this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because my male aspect is different from your woman aspect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like every time y'all come out, like well, I can tell you first and foremost, we pray on y'all every time y'all come out the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what, as a male, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's just what
you think men should do.
Yeah, it's what our instincts are driven towards. We are driven towards that aspect of life. You know what I'm saying? That woman aspect of life. We don't got that. Only thing we got close to that is our mother, sisters, and aunties and shit. You know what I'm saying? So what we feel as a woman, that we see it all. You know, we done seen it all, from your mama flashing you when you were little, you know what I'm saying, to your
Absolutely. That definitely goes down in the Black household. We got a lot of good comments out here.
Let's hear them.
So yeah, my computer froze up, but this is a very, very important thing to say, Che, our fourth cohort. Like, no, you shouldn't walk around just like a nun. You absolutely shouldn't. And with that being said, men have the discipline to actually not act inappropriately to a woman, regardless of how she's dressed.
Correct.
I'm talking about men now. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ones that was raised right.
Yeah.
The perfect setting with your son being right there. You hear me? That's perfect. Speak. Yeah.
If I don't acknowledge him, he'll go away.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's
not how it works.
Not yet. You gotta wait. But so Sir's comment, absolutely true. There's also an acceptable, unacceptable standard-based professional environment. You can't wear booty shorts to a board meeting.
No, you can't.
Right.
Right.
And that should be a given. That should be a given. Right. But even with that being said, right, let's at the end of the day, we all have to bring some things back, scale some stuff back, and remember that we are all primitive mammals. And one of our foremost movements is to procreate, more so men visually than women. So it's not that a woman would lose respect based on how she's dressed. It's simply that men will act differently based on how she's dressed, right? Because I've seen women scantily clad and I haven't lost respect for them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after I've spoken with them and we've interacted and figured out who she was, and she's relayed some information.
If you meet a woman who's scantily clad, do you treat her the same way you would do you treat her with the same respect as you would treat somebody that's more dressed modestly?
So I think y'all know me by now. At this point, I don't care how a person is dressed. I treat everybody pretty much how I meet them. And I'm not saying that I'm not a man and I don't see a woman that's not attractive and I don't go there in my head. I will, but I'm not going to act on the thoughts. I will actually talk and speak to the woman in a very respectful manner, regardless of how she's dressed. Because just because a woman is dressed in a certain fashion does not give me the right to act on how I think she's dressed and what the consequences of her dress is.
Just like your guy sir said, it's a time and a place for everything. You know what I'm saying? You need to dress appropriately, act appropriately at all times. You know, that's me. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I got your perspective on it, Wanda. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing the womanist perspective there.
I was just gonna say, I don't care if I'm dressed like a stripper. I want you to treat me like I'm the first lady. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. that's what I was getting to. Like, you want to step out and you want to be presented as the woman that you are. You know what I'm saying? Not what I might perceive, or you know what I'm saying, or the fella might perceive. But that's what I was saying at my earlier statement. That's just the perspective on society. I mean, that's just men in general. You know what I'm saying? We don't mean no
Yeah.
harm. We don't mean no harm.
So
Like you say, we got behavioral issues that we need to
no,
that
it's
we address. We do
and
address.
so I disagree a little bit with what you said, because it's not that men have behavioral issues. Not all men have behavioral issues. People have behavioral issues.
I'm just saying how to act. That's behavior. You know what I'm saying? How to act. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? How to present yourself and how to behave. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you say, you had respect for a woman that was half dressed, and you got respect for a woman that was fully dressed. So that's what I'm saying. That's what as men we gotta. It's still behavior.
Yes. Just raise your sons better. Raise your daughters better. I mean,
Well,
quit
if
being so
we gonna
judgy.
if we're gonna talk to it on that end, like let's look at statistics and let's look at who's actually raising the men that are being savages, right? They're mainly, especially in our culture, they're raised by women, unfortunately.
Correct.
And that's part of the problem, because the men have been removed from the household and don't have that influence to say, hey, young man, the way you're acting, the way you're talking, that's not acceptable. That's not what we do as men. And you're not going to act like that under my cruel tutelage. I'm going to correct you. Right?
No,
That's part of the issue.
And there are some moms who put down the fist like that too.
Yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't disagree. There are very much so some women who put the fist down like that. I'm just saying. So all I'm saying is for women, like, remember, you're dealing with a different gender that we don't occupy the same realm or space mentally you do. And if you come up against a male that isn't able to handle himself because of the way that you're dressed, know that you're dealing with a boy or a very immature person who hasn't crossed that hurdle, and just move past him.
I just feel like we have to, I just feel like it's crazy that we have to police ourselves because people don't know how to act.
But
that's crazy.
Y'all have to police yourselves, because look at this. Look at the situation. R. Kelly finna testify against several other pedophiles. You see what I'm saying? Look at R. Kelly, his situation, what he did with young women.
Is that because of how they were dressed, though?
I would say, or I would say, not the whole R. Kelly situation, because they had a lot of parents in the situation. I think should be held accountable. But like I say, but with that whole situation, he was targeting young women that dress a certain way. He dressed them. He dressed them like he wanted them to. You know what I'm saying? So just trip out the lifestyle. Like, it's an ugly game out here for women. So
yeah, it is.
And unfortunately, it is.
I agree.
At the end of the day, it is. And
yeah, and I just feel like in 2021, it's sad that we're having this conversation, and that there's still no correct answer, I guess.
Because I think it's like Jig say, it's both sides. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be both sides. The women feel like you can do this, and the men gonna be like, you can do that, girl. Go, girl. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be like, go, girl. You know what I'm saying? While you feeling positive and feeling self-motivated about yourself, we gonna help you do that.
Yeah.
But we got a different agenda. It's a different agenda for us. Like, when we see certain stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I'm just speaking, and I'm a good guy. I'm a gentleman and a scholar, first and foremost.
Okay.
But
gentleman and scholar.
But I know that side though.
Right.
You see, so
absolutely
protect yourself.
Absolutely, always. But
so
I just had to get that off my chest for a minute.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Because you've been coming up with the good segments. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna put this up, and then we'll move forward, because I think this is a worthy read.
Okay.
The difference is defining what we see. Either see is viewed as meat or art. A meat mentality demands that it be consumed. An art mentality demands that it be appraised and adored.
Run that back one more time.
Sure. The difference is defining what we see. Either she is viewed as meat or art. A meat mentality demands that it be consumed. An art mentality
Smash and
demands that
dash,
it be appraised and adored.
wiped up.
Right. No, wait a minute. That shit can be sold too. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just, art is beautiful as well as meat.
Valuable.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I'm saying. It's like in the same realm though. Because look at it. We gotta eat every day. Depending on what you eat, we have to eat every day. So it's valuable. I mean,
Alice, Alice silly.
No,
He right.
get
He
I
is
get you, cuz, but
facts.
I'm gonna get off of it. But
does that movement of consuming simply turn into
consuming,
an
consuming is
action?
a big word. Consuming is like you are
Yeah,
like a fucking
Just
carnivore,
taking it in.
like you finna
yeah,
just devour everything. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, so consuming
yeah,
was a word for me. That's what
sure.
key with
And
me.
that's the operative word is consuming versus being adored as art, right?
But being adored, you can be a player. We've seen so many players that's adored. I mean, so adored. So there was the two key words right there.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them can be easily played upon. You see what I'm saying? You can play
Yeah, I
on.
got you.
That's wordplay. That's wordplay.
Sure, we can move with semantics at the end of the day, but what it comes down to is, are you respecting a woman, or are you simply trying to procreate with no emotions attached to her?
Can you respect and get what you want?
Yeah, you can. But it starts with a movement of respect. Now, understanding what you want, right? Because just like your wife,
Because
you
that's
know
all
what?
it is to me.
Write this down because we got to pin this one because we got to move on. We at
Let's,
117.
let's do it.
Write this one down. We'll come back to this one.
We'll
But
circle back.
yeah.
But can you post Alice's comment? Because I agree with that.
She said.
I can't stand you, Alice.
That's what
I
I was
love
getting to.
that.
That's what I was
I
getting
absolutely
to.
I
So
love it.
so that's the male in
This
perspective.
comment is my spirit animal.
Because how men view shit, it's some women that view it the same way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
like,
Absolutely. It does go both ways. I'm not gonna say that it don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, as a woman, we have it much harder. So, all right. So
y'all
Okay.
do,
Well,
y'all
we'll
do.
come we'll
But
come
we
back
gonna
to
we
that.
gonna we
We'll
gonna
come
have
back
to
to
do a
that.
part
I
two
think
on
y'all
this
do.
one.
So we'll move on.
Yeah,
And
we're gonna do a
so
part two on this one, definitely.
that is our segue into brother Dave Chappelle and his latest
Let's
stand up,
do it.
the closer. Uh so let's take a few steps back, right? Let's take a few steps back and
They
let's
trying to
deal
cancel
with
my boy. This is ridiculous.
well let's deal with Dave Chappelle as an artist. Let's deal with him as a freaking comedic genius, right? Let's deal with him
Because
as a
he's
semantic
that.
genius as
He's
well.
definitely that.
Let's understand the fact that he absolutely knows the art of silence when speaking to a crowd and watching and observing the crowd, right? And let's deal with the fact that he's not afraid to say what he wants to say.
You speak.
And I
Absolutely.
told y'all a while ago the reason why I am the only well, I'm maintaining my Spartan tonight because my kids are here. That's why I ain't cussing. But the reason why one of the reasons why I am the way that I am, especially on our podcast, is because Dave Chappelle said it best, right? We owe it to our audience to be direct, to be invoking, to be on the cutting edge, to not be afraid, to say what needs to be said, regardless of what's going on. if you don't take this moment to be real with people and connect with the reality of what you feel, the movement, the frequency, the energy that you vibrating in, and how you need to actually like push forward what you're saying, well then what are you speaking for? What you wasting your time for? Because now all that air that you're blowing out, that's wasted space that somebody else could have breathed to speak the truth. So I'm going to be reckless in my speech. I'll always be reckless in my speech. And it's not to hurt anybody's feelings. It's not to be offensive, but it's to simply speak a truth.
I mean, real is real, and people respect real. So
yeah,
real.
And there's nothing wrong with being.
They respect that energy, that space, the shit that they can't get to talk about. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk about certain stuff, but they can't. So when Dave Chappelle come on and he speak about it, even white folks, they like, right? We ain't gonna say nigga, but we gonna say right. That's what we talking about. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love Dave Chappelle to death. Everybody knows I'm a big Dave Chappelle fan. I started watching it last night and I was so tired, y'all. I fell asleep. Like, I fell asleep after like 20, 30 minutes. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch the rest of it. But what I saw was pure genius. Like, it was funny. Like, I was laughing until I fell asleep because I was tired.
He addressed everything he needed to address.
You know what I'm saying?
He addressed it, you know what I'm saying? The white people, the black people, the transgender.
LGBTQ+, yes.
He addressed it everyone. You know what I'm saying? So it went no one he left out. He said he received a lot of death mail, you know what I'm saying, from the transgender. But I got a lot to speak about the transgender when we get to that. Because I got some issues on transgender myself, but overall, like the whole community, the whole community as a whole, I don't have no problem with them.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little sensitive, like Dave was saying. You know what I'm saying? But outside of
that, cancel culture is very real. So that's why people be like, "Oh, I gotta watch what I say. I gotta watch what I say." He's at a point in his career where he doesn't have to watch anything that he says.
So it's so crazy living in a world where you have to be so politically correct. Stop it. We never did that. You got to be politically correct on what you say. What about the Second Amendment? I can't say what I want to say.
First Amendment.
First. I'm sorry. Freedom of speech. Yeah, I'm sorry. First Amendment. That's a lot what he spoke on. You know what I'm saying? Last night. Like, why I can't say what I need to say, and these guys get offended.
So that's
everybody gets offended.
Everyone.
I'm not so much concerned about. I don't need anybody to agree with me, right? And if once you watch that actual segment in its entirety, and you hear what Dave his friend Daphne was saying, I don't need you to agree with me. I don't need you to understand what I'm saying. I simply need everybody to understand that I'm having an experience, a human experience. So on the points that you can correct me, I need you to come and correct me. Right.
No dialogue,
on the points,
no
yeah, absolutely.
No dialogue.
Absolutely. On the times that I'm a little off, I need you to get me back on my square. Right. But what I don't need and what I won't do, first off, I'm not going to let anybody silence me at this point in my life. I've been silent for too long. I did that for a long part of my life, and I'm not with it anymore. You know, like when I spoke at the Black Lives Matter rally that I was at, one of the things that I said was, if somebody is bold enough to say something to you, you be bold enough to respond in kind. Right? We're not going to skip that. I'm not Martin Luther King Jr. I'm not Jesus. My movement is different. I'm not saying I'm violent all day every day, but it's not past. I'm not above it. I'm not above being petty.
Not me.
Not me. That's not where I am.
Okay.
Right. So even speaking to that community, right? As much respect as I have for them, especially for the ones who have gone through a very conservative upbringing and then they find themselves and they come out, so on and so forth. I love that. And like, congrats to you. But just because of that, I'm not just because you identify with a specific movement of the alphabet, you ain't finna silence me. If your whole movement is doing something jacked up, they doing something jacked up. Bottom line, I talk about our culture. I talk about our subcultures. Very real in a very direct fashion. And if I would do that to people that look like me, why would you think that I won't do it to you? You get no pass. Nobody gets a pass in this life. If you come across my face, I'm not giving you a pass. We are all on a similar experience of humans at the end of the day. And the aim is to try and help and assist each other get to the next push, the next movement of being better. And if you stop me from helping you being better, or if I'm stopping you from helping me be better because I don't like what you're saying, but then 2 tears in the bucket, fuck you, I ain't got time for it.
All right, move on.
I ain't got time for
like
it.
that. It says what Martell said, like if you offended and don't like what I'm saying, turn it off. There's a billion other things on Netflix you can watch.
So I'm gonna go and get into it because it's been on my mind about the transgender situation. Like the whole, I think that's bothered me more about the whole community as a whole. You know what I'm saying? The transgender. I think, let me put it like this. I seen a race. It was like 5 white girls, and they had this black dude up here. Bruh, his legs look like Jackie Joyner Kersey legs. And he out here competing with girls. Right. That's a problem to me. It's a problem to me when
So this person was transgender.
he was a transgender
competing
black,
with other women.
Competing in track and field with other women.
Okay. So now with that, I do feel some type of way about that. But
when you see it, if you see it, I'm gonna show you. I send the pics to you. When you see it, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I understand. I get what you're saying.
I got a problem with my daughter going to the bathroom and this dude walking in there with a skirt, and his schlong is just all in the front of his goddamn skirt. You know what I'm saying? Walking into the women's bathroom. It's a problem to me. Mm-hmm. I can't identify myself as a so they letting all these people identify with something that they not.
It ain't transracial, I'll tell you that.
So show ain't trying to be transracial.
I can go to Elko. I'm trying to buy me a car right now. I'm trying to buy me a truck right now, y'all. So I can't go to Elko and identify as a white dude tomorrow or a Native American. You see what I'm saying? I can't put that on my
your credit score shoot.
I can't put that on my application. But they letting all these other people identify as something that they are not. And they get to present themselves as something that they are not. But as a guy, as a, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem.
I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
It's an issue to me. I don't want that dude walking in the bathroom with my daughter. No.
Not right now, baby.
Because you feel like you something different that you not. Bro, you got out.
So well, places have like transgender bathrooms now and stuff like that.
Weird. It's all weird. I feel like Dave Chappelle feel. If I'm in the bathroom and a dude a chick walk up next to me and she pull it out, I'm be like, hey, where your birth certificate? You see what I'm saying?
But if she pulling out, if she pulling out at the urinal next to you, why do she need to show your birth certificate?
Because she actually ain't pulling out, she turning around and sit down.
So
there's surgeries where she could pull out.
You walked in with a motherfucker in the whole skirt, a whole different get up than the other guys in this facility. I wasn't speaking on the birth. I ain't gonna ask nobody for no birth certificate. I'm gonna be like, cause you weird. You see what I'm saying? So so when I say I'm saying cause you weird, it's gonna present to me that I'm a bully or I'm coming off a certain way. You see what I'm saying?
I got you, girl.
You
So
see,
It's just okay. Now I understand. What is Cecil saying? What? Hold on.
it's word, it's word, it's word, it's word. Cause you can't
He said he
explain it,
don't.
but it's word.
Oh, okay. So evidently, there's a guy wrestling on the girls' wrestling team. Is that what he said?
yeah, so what Cecil's talking about essentially is one of the first points Dirt mentioned, and
Right.
that's in athletics, right?
Yes.
Because regardless of what you think you are, there's a fact
So
that
what you
Dave
were
Chappelle
born
pointed
as.
out. Yeah, the fact is you were
It's
born a specific gender.
yeah.
That's a fact. There's no way
Physical
around that.
skills are stronger than females. So
Yeah. So just because you identify as a female at this point, which again, that's if that's what you want to do, you do what you want to do. However, right? So if a man that has gone through the process to become a woman competes with women that are biological women, he's going to win hands down all day. Why? Because like 9 times out of 10, physiologically, he's going to be more athletic, stronger, so on and so forth than our female counterparts. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's science, right?
it's science.
The the genders as we know them as without putting anything else towards them are the way that they are for a reason, right? The grand architect made men and women the way they are for a reason, and the one of the reasons is that so that we don't escape each other. We have to have assistance from each other in order to build a more perfect union of a singular self. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. Now,
Mhm.
again, as a transphobic man, if a man turns into a woman and competes in track and field or in boxing or what we've seen before in the UFC, he's gonna bop these women up. No ifs, ands, or buts. He's gonna bop them up. If a woman that has had the surgery that transforms into a man goes into an octagon, goes into the ring, goes into a lot of physical sports, not any, but in certain physical sports against that person, they're going to lose because their bodies aren't made the same way that ours are, regardless of how many hormones, testosterone, or estrogen you feed them or they feed themselves. It just won't happen.
That's why he talked about Stonewall
Yeah,
gays.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It was a different like you can see a gay you see a gay dude back in the day. He got you know what I'm saying. He got all this knocked off, but you see all the stubbles and everything. You know he a male.
yeah.
Dude, will whoop, he
So
will whoop, he will fight you. Go ahead, Jig. I ain't gonna say no more.
So
so I
I
actually
don't.
kind of agree with Cecil on this point. When a man, I'm sorry, give me a second, Wanda. When a man or if a man decides to become transgendered and begins to compete against a lot of women, it's because he can't compete or she can't compete with men, and it's an act of cowardice. Now, I think they should have their own categories to compete against each other. Honestly, let's solve that problem.
I agree.
I don't.
That would definitely solve a lot of controversy.
I disagree. P, that's who you are. Your birth certificate, like Dave Chappelle was saying.
Well,
Y'all can speak to me on that, but like you said, Jig, like we
yeah, I'm
are.
not denying facts, but I still respect a person's opinion. If you say you are who you are, and the same thing that I teach my kids, right? We don't allow people to define who we are. We teach people who we are. That way,
So,
later on, they don't get bullshit off, right? But since they are teaching us who they are, we have to respect who they're teaching us they are. So let's give them that category, and they compete against each other.
so let's go off the transgender shit. I can go into the bank tomorrow and say I'm a Native American.
So you know I got a bit of a different opinion against that.
I go into the bank tomorrow and say I'm a Native American or a white guy or anything.
So
I can
if you're
identify
asking me
different.
but if you're asking me personally, yeah, you can actually go into a bank tomorrow. You can actually go into a bank, any one of us, because where were your parents born? In St. Louis, Missouri, or in Little Rock? Where were our grandparents born? In America.
Mississippi, yep. All right.
Where were their grandparents? Where were their parents born? Again, in America. So
wait a minute,
we were actually okay. So I'm just saying that, like, yeah, when it comes to that, like, yeah, I will actually tell people, like, I'm indigenous. I wasn't born in Africa. Do I love my African ancestry? Absolutely. I do, and I respect it. But I'm from America. I'm from Southside St. Louis. I'm not going to claim myself to be a hyphenated definition of something you trying to make me be. I will tell you who I am. And that's how I feel about them, right? If they're going to tell me who they are, I'm going to believe them. I'm going to believe them because they are experiencing a human issue. It's a human issue. So I'll believe them, but I got to give them their own category. They got to race with them with each other.
No, see, that's two different perspectives of it. You know what I'm saying? So you agree with them, but you're gonna get them a whole special category. No, that's what I'm saying. Me, you know who I am. Can I go identify myself as something that I'm not?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So I can go. I go to the bank tomorrow and tell them that I'm Native American. And what's going to happen?
Actually can.
And what's going to happen?
They'll look at you crazy. I don't know if you remember me telling you.
Look at me crazy. Talk to me.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember me telling y'all about the experience that I had when I was telling the white census person that I'm not African American, I'm not black, I'm indigenous or Native American because I was born in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm not any of those things that you're trying to classify me as, right? Oh, yeah. And again, it comes down to me defining who I am to other people and not allowing other people to define who I am. So if they're telling me who they are, okay, well, I will believe it. I believe you. Why should I not? Because I have certain constructs and social norms that refute who you are.
I'm not saying on what you think or what your belief is, but I'm just saying there's a okay. So like I'm saying, I'm going to the bank tomorrow and I know where my ancestry lie at. I know where they lie at. And I put down I'm fucking Native American. Mm-hmm. Come on, cuz.
They'll look at you crazy, but you stand on your square. And then what?
Word is word, cuz.
All right, y'all. We running down on time. We are almost at an hour and 40 minutes.
We've over 15. We're over 15 minutes past what
we're
doing, but we will continue this discussion.
We definitely will continue this discussion.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, closing thoughts, guys.
I think you need to identify who you been first and foremost. Identify who you been. All that extra stuff, no.
All right.
Nick Cannon is a player. Pinky ring salute. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna get my thoughts on everything. You know.
Go ahead.
You know, love my community, love my family. Rock with us. We going to YouTube.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
All right.
So what you got, Wanda?
Oh, you gonna let me go next? Okay. Final thoughts. Okay. Honorable mention. Nelly got the hip hop awards for hip hop Trailblazer Award. He made St. Louis look good at the BET Awards. Shout out to Nelly for making like he did his thing. The awards were cool, but his part had me ready to go out to the club, and I ain't did that in a minute. But anywho, That was great. Thank you guys for staying with us tonight. Like and subscribe. Don't forget. Don't forget to brush and floss. Good night.
That's what's up. I love that you always remind us to brush and floss.
It's so important, guys.
It is. It
So
absolutely
important.
is. So my final thoughts are just remember that we occupy a certain space and time for a reason. And it's nobody else's responsibility to help you be who you are. It's up to you. Not just that, but you should never apologize for who you are. Be who you are. Be who you are unapologetically, and always speak the truth as you know it, and then move forward. That's all I got. So thank y'all for watching. Come hang out with us again.
Much love to you.
All day.
Feel better.
We waiting for you to come back, Che. Hit us up on YouTube, like and subscribe to us. We're gonna be moving our platform over to that.
And the next time y'all see us, I will be a year older.
Hey. Matter of fact, not just that, but the next time everybody sees us, it will be 1 year for our podcast that we've been doing this. 1 full year. And we'd like to thank y'all. We're gonna have something special going on. So come out, hang out with us. Make sure you hit us up in our email account. Let us know the topics and the your interests that you want us to talk about. Be a guest with us, and let's do that.
And we got y'all coming out.
Absolutely.
Boss promise that. We got
Thank
more.
y'all for everybody. Shout out to our top fans. Y'all know who y'all are. Thanks for the new people that showed up. We appreciate everyone.
We love y'all. We love y'all. So
I can't even toast. I finished mine.
So in the prophetic words of Russell Simmons,
thank y'all for coming out.
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless.
Good night.
I got to call Ralph back. Ralph mad at me right now.